of wheel-to-wheel racing, proudly supported by Track Racer. Tonight we're in Stavelot, Belgium, at the famous Circuit de Spa Frankenschotts. This fast-flowing 7.4 kilometre circuit has 19 turns racing. Joining me in the commentary, it's a very good evening to my fellow commentators, Zeddy and Vintage Racer. Good evening, gentlemen.
G'day Rexy, how are you?
I'm well. Yourselves?
I'm still in pain after our shocking race. We won't talk about that. We're here for Div 1 boys, and we know that this track breeds mistakes. So I'd like to hear your opinion on that, Vintage.
Oh, I got the same. I was in pain that first race, the shorter one. I had 3 spins, I think, in total. But the tyre wear around here is, she's pretty harsh. I was in the Lexus, so I'm interested to see how Goat goes tonight. I've been doing a bit of practice with him, and geez, he's on the pace.
Yeah, look, I've got to say, gentlemen, that I think that Mountain Goat is the one to watch. He's been fast around here all week. It's one of his favourite tracks, so he's definitely going to be quick. As for the rest of the pack, I really have no idea. I think maybe Footner might be up there in the Mercedes. We know that it's good with fuel.
Just a bit, really?
Yeah, look, I think he's due for a good race, and the Mercedes should perform fairly well here.
Yeah, I agree. Being also in Footner's team in the Mercedes, look, yes, it's great on fuel. It's got enough power to just hold its position around the massive straights. However, yeah, it all comes down to the driver, and with Footner being able to save on fuel and save on tyres, he'll be one to watch.
And I'd also like to think that Tombo in the Mustang. The Mustang is not the best car as we know, but Tombo's shown a lot of pace around here, and I think he might be the dark horse of the pack tonight.
Well, as we're about to start beginning qualifier right now, what do you think will be the qualifying time set?
I think we'll be looking at around the 2:15, 2:16s, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see Mountain Goat do a 2:14 and blow the pack away.
I think a 2:14's probably the money for the Div 1 boys. How about you, Vintage? What do you reckon?
Well, at 2:14, I would have gone a low 2:15 myself. I think 2:14 is an incredible time, but we'll have to see, won't we? I mean, yeah, I'm not, you can never discount any of these guys here just to pull one out. So, and of course, if got to get on the gas for the first lap if you want to get 2 laps in. So you've really got to hustle if you really want your 2 laps.
And talking about hustling, we've got Mountain Goat and Footner, the guys we've been talking about, out in front right now, absolutely trying to smoke away from the field. And I think this is playing a bit of cat and mouse with Footner using Goat's toe, but it just made a mistake there.
Yeah, look, I think Footner would be wise to sit behind Mountain Goat and try and use that toe to get around the track to improve his lap time. But I just can't see anybody being quicker than Mountain Goat around here at the moment. He is lightning fast, and as you can see, he's already opened up a gap over Footner.
He wants to break that toe, doesn't he?
He does, and you just have a look at the massive train behind Goat. You have Footner, you have Interskull, you have Pure Axle, MD, the Golden Mullet himself, G-Man, and Fine Moves. And right behind Early, you got pretty much the rest of the team, everyone making a massive train, so I wonder if they're going to fall over each other as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who does what tonight. The Toyotas, I expect them to be strong, so the likes of MPR and, as you say, the Golden Mullet himself, G-Man, they should do fairly well. They've been putting in some fairly consistently fast lap times of around that 2:16, 2:15, so I expect them to be up there. Fine Moves, he's a bit of a enigma at the moment. I don't know how the BMW goes around this track, so it's going to be interesting to see how Fine Moves goes tonight. But as always, he shows plenty of pace, so I expect him to be up there. Pure Axle in the McLaren, he too should be fast. He's front runner and has had a podium, I think, just about every race.
We know that McLaren's fast in a straight line, and Spa's got, a massive long straight section, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's McLaren is definitely fast. But again, I don't think anyone can put a lap together like what Goat can. That's. I think Goat's going to be on pole.
Yeah, well, as qualifying kicks off and they're into their first busy lap, Mountain Goat probably hasn't gapped the field just as much. Footner may be able to get a bit of tow here, but I'm expecting Mountain Goat to be pole.
Well, just going off just the first second times, there's all the cars just waiting for Piper to go through. The fastest in Sector 1 is actually Interskull in position 3 at the moment, who've done a 38.6, which is 0.1 faster than Pure Axle.
Yeah, well, being the only Jag in the field, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. The Jag and the Aston were very, very quick around here in our lobby, so he could be one to watch tonight for sure.
But you got to admit that first sector is a hairpin and then 2 long straights, so that shows the dominance of the Jag already.
Yeah, and Spa is such a tricky track. There's a lot of places that you can get time penalties here, so you've got to be really careful about that. There's places where if you get on the gas too soon, you're going to find yourself spinning into the fence. So it's a handful for the drivers. So they've got a lot to consider tonight as they try to get their cars around here as fast as possible.
Just looking at the track data at the moment, looks like Footner just absolutely blitzed everyone in Sector 2, like being at least 0.4 faster than everyone else. Just showing you the all-round performance of that AMG.
Here we go for times.
Yeah, here we go. Just Mountain Goat gets over. So a 2:15 as we thought. 2:15s again. So Pure Axle.
Low 2:15.
He's turned out to be the most consistent driver in the field at the moment. Takes pole at the moment. So we've got Pure Axle, Footner, Mountain Goat. I still think Mountain Goat can go faster.
What was his time?
He has done a 2:14.
2:14, wow.
At the
in
moment, practice. So his lap time he just did right there was a 2:15.6, which is a 0.3 off Pure Axle's time. And you have to remember, Pure Axle's on a controller, while Footner and Mountain Goat are on a wheel. So that just shows that the skill that Pure Axle has in this game.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that you can do those sorts of times with a controller. I couldn't even do that time in a Div 2 car. So we'll see if anyone can improve on their laps. As I said, Mountain Goat, he has done a 2:14 in practice, but practice doesn't mean anything. It all comes down to what you can do under a bit of pressure. So we'll see if Mountain Goat can put in a very low 2:15 or 2:14.
Well, Mountain Goat again is down on that first sector against Pure Axle. He's 0.6 actually off Pure Axle's first sector time currently, whilst Pure Axle and Mountain Goat have done the fastest times for the qualifying. And Footner is off the pace at the moment. So people who's on the green sector for Sector 1 are Pure Axle, Mountain Goat, Piper, MD, Scooter, who's done purple, and Ben.
Yeah, look, I'm going to be really interested to see how the R8 goes around here tonight. Piper didn't have the best race at Bathurst, as we know, but he did run around on mediums as he's giving early the hurry up here. But I believe that the R8 is fairly good on tyres, so that may come into play in this first race, the 7-lap sprint.
There we go, Pure Axle!
14.7.
14.7!
Wow. And Pure Axle hasn't put in too many laps around here. He was, I was in chat with him just before he started this race, and he hadn't put too many laps around this track today, so that's unbelievable.
I think the Dark Knight has struck again.
He has. So, as we keep saying, he's been very consistent. He's leading the pack. So yeah, look, he's obviously one to watch. But I'm not going to change. I'm going to say that the GOAT is going to be one to watch here. But as for a start, watch for Footners to make a really good start. I don't think any car starts better than what that Mercedes does.
I have to disagree with you there. I reckon the McLaren as well gets a good start as well. So
Yeah, Scooter 82, I agree.
Okay, I'll put a beer on it. So let's see who gets the better start.
all right, here we go. Can't wait. And quick shout out to
So
K-Boy
they're away.
and Pan-Man in the
Yeah,
comments.
g'day boys.
Well,
Good to
McLaren
see you
got
watching. So the McLaren has got the whole shot. As Scooter 82, where the hell did he come from?
I told you that.
Goat has spun it. So Goat off to a terrible start. That's really unfortunate. I don't know if we'll be able to get a replay of that.
I'll try and get a replay
I
after
think
we
he
get
did
down
it
to
to
the first
himself.
turn.
I think he's got nobody but himself to blame as they come through on Rouge or El Rouge,
Just having a
however
look
you
at the
want to
replay
pronounce
here.
it.
Guys,
We'll have a look at the replay.
they're coming in. Goat. Yeah, Goat's on the AstroTurf. He's got on the gas and he spun it
Yeah.
on his own. Man, that's
so
hard
simple
luck.
to do. Such an easy mistake.
And who else spun at there's someone else in that replay that spun at the back as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think it was Tombo as well.
Okay.
Oh, unlucky. Did Tombo get caught up in that, did he?
I do not
Or did
know.
he just turn himself?
I don't know. I just saw him just spinning in the background, so I don't know what happened to Tombo. I
Yeah.
just know he's spun.
Poor old Tombo's down in 13th and he's miles back, so he's going to struggle for the rest of the race.
So, as every race so far this year has been, we've got Pure Axel in the lead, Footner second, Scooter 82 in third. So those McLarens are proving yet again just that they're super strong in the Group 3s and the Group 4s.
But Footner is absolutely keeping them honest at the moment. All over Pure Axel, which is good to see.
Yeah, well, the Mercedes, it's got fantastic handling. It's got good drive out of these corners. So he's going to be one to watch. And also good fuel economy, so he doesn't have to worry about fuel. We don't know how the McLarens are around here, whether they're going to be thirsty or how they're going to be on their tyres. But as we can see, we've got Piper in fourth closing in as well. And from what I saw in practice, the Audi looked good on its tyres, so let's keep an eye on Piper.
Yeah, I agree. A little bit of a touch there between Scooter and Footner there.
So as we just go back through the rest of the pack, we've got Fine Moves in fifth, Wheel to Wheel Ben in second, in sixth, sorry. I can never pronounce his name because he can't spell it properly. In seventh, MPR in eighth, early ninth, G-Man 10th. So that's the main battle pack at the moment. I left out the Golden Mullet. He's just trying to tack onto the back of early at the moment.
Do you think Goat will be raging down in 11th?
Well, there's two things going. There's two things going for Goat at the moment. We have G-Force, the Golden Mullet in front of him, who he loves to overtake, and he's going to be raging because doing a stupid mistake like that. He would be wanting to just catch up to everyone else right now.
Yeah, look, I don't think I've ever seen the Goat rattled. So, he would have known he's made a mistake and he's just going to be doing what he can to work his way back through the field. So we know he's got plenty of pace. The question is, will he use too much of his tyres to catch up to the pack?
That Lexus is hard on tyres too.
Yeah.
Much for that. Those
It
fronts.
is. It's a very heavy car. But as we go through, everyone's going through. No penalties have come up at the moment, which is a surprise. Because we all know how easy it is to get a penalty around this track.
I think Fine Moves and Ben are also
what's
having
happened
a
to
bit of a
Squiddy?
ding-dong.
Yeah, something happened to Squid.
So I have absolutely no idea what's happened to Squiddy. I don't think we've got any replay, but Squiddy is a good 5 seconds behind Tombo in 12th. So I'm going to say that Squiddy may have taken himself out or got caught up with Tombo and the Goat at the start, maybe. I'm not too sure.
No, he definitely didn't get caught up at the start. I know he was lapping in mid pack, but I'm just looking at his car. I don't think we can see any damage here. He could have just made a mistake.
Fine Moves is on the bit of a charge as well. There's a bit of a battle going on. between.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I think we'll stay with that main battle pack at the moment. Footner and Pure Axel, they just look like they're just lapping at the moment. So I think we'll stick with the with fine moves. Ben's made a move on fine moves actually,
He has.
Oh, yeah, on the outside as well.
and G-Man's caught up to the rest of this pack as well. So let's just follow these lads around and see who does what. We've got MPR.
Oh, Timer's a bit
He's
taily
got a
around.
Jag all over the back of him at the moment, with Early all over the back of the Jag, and G-Man just cruising at the moment.
I think the Golden Mullet is just waiting, just buying his time at the moment. He's just waiting for these guys to make a mistake, and then he's going to capitalize on that as well.
Yeah, well, I believe he needed to just fuel save a little bit, so a little bit of short shifting for the first lap or two, just to make sure that he can do a full 7-lap race.
And I'm just looking at the time behind G-Man, where you got Goat coming down, charging. Going to come very close. Maybe towards the end of the lap, he's going to be right up at the backside of G-Man, right?
Yeah, look, Goat's got to take no prisoners. He's going to do what he can to get past these guys as quickly as possible. He's carrying a lot more speed than them. He knows the track well. He knows where he can get the job done. So I expect to see him probably make a move towards the end of this lap or the start of the next one.
I just was flicking through the rest of the field. It seems like I think we should jump at the front. Footner has got a good run on Pure Axel.
Yeah, Footner's all over the back of that McLaren at the moment, as we see Pure Axel just go a little bit wide. He shouldn't have picked up a penalty there, but Footner is certainly close enough to make a move under brakes, but he doesn't do it.
Oh, a little bit late there. It's good. Footner has the run.
Oh, as we see Pure Axel just get on the gas a little bit too soon, which has given Footner the opportunity to make a clean pass. So
We have a change for
Footner
lead.
pressured Pure Axel into a mistake there. Now let's see if Footner can gap these two McLarens.
Just have a replay there, guys, of that pass, which was pretty cool. Yeah. Pure Axel just made a mistake, just at the bus stop, easy to do, braking just a little bit too late, and yeah, that's all it takes.
Yeah, well, through there, it's a first gear corner. It doesn't take much to get those cars to spin up, and that's exactly what Pure Axel's just done there. So just gave Footner enough space to get the move done.
Well, Pure Axel was having a look. I think Footner's got the guy just covered nicely there, so he's just held on to that first position at the moment. And also, someone else has a look out for Scooter. I think he wants to jump up. I think he's got a little bit more pace under race condition over Pure Axel.
Yeah, Scooter's just biding his time at the moment. I don't see him really making too much of a move on Pure Axel. I think he'd just be happy to sit behind and support him at the moment, but time will tell. Just looking at their tyres, Pure Axel's actually probably got just a fraction better tyre wear than what the Mercedes does at the moment, so whether that will come into play in the later half of the race, we'll find out. But we've found that after lap 4 is really when your tyres start to go off, and they go off quickly from lap 5, 6, 7. So we'll see how it plays out.
Well, they say smooth is fast, and then those top 3 are very smooth on the throttle application. Can we get a replay?
As we see Pure Axel,
We will get a replay.
I missed that. I was just scrolling through the field. So did he just run wide
Yeah,
off the track there?
Footner ran wide a bit, and then he spun it again with dirty tyres. Oh no, Pure Axel, poor bugger.
Can we get a
let's have another
replay
look.
of that?
Yep. Let's have a look. So we're looking at
so
Pure
when
Axel.
Pure Axel rejoined, he got tapped by MPR. So I don't think that was really MPR's fault. He shouldn't really have to redress there, but he has.
Whoa.
So Footner runs wide, Pure Axel runs wide, and flicks it as well. Yeah,
Pure Axel just on the loud pedal a little bit too hard by the look of it, and that's all it took, and he was gone.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. He was saying how hard it is to keep that, to get on the gas out of the corners. But as we see him redress, He's been clipped by MPR, and MPR really didn't need to redress there. He just got caught up in it, so that's really unfortunate for MPR. Good sportsmanship on his behalf, but I really don't think he needed to redress.
And breaking news, guys, I think Goat had an internet failure. He's not racing anymore. He disconnected as we were doing the replays for Pure Axel.
Yeah, that's really unlucky for the GOAT. He does suffer from the odd internet dropout, so we expect to see him back in race 2, hopefully. But that's really unlucky for the GOAT. He'll be really disappointed.
Yeah, sure will be.
So, pressure's off Footner at the moment. He's opened up just over half a second over Scooter 82. Piper has sort of got his own drive at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if Fine Moves and Wheel to Wheel Ben can get on the back and challenge for third over the next couple of laps.
Knowing that are in the team, are they going to be playing a little bit of team tactics, or are they going to be going out for the all-out position win?
I didn't see Fine Moves or Wheel to Wheel Ben during the week in any practice rooms. I wonder if these two have been practicing together in secret.
It's a usual BMW
Wouldn't
thing.
surprise me.
They do a lot of commentary. Like if you join the Wheel to Wheel Racing ever on Discord, we have our own rooms and we can actually set up and have our own secret little lobbies to practice within the team. So I can guarantee you, I've heard that the BMW guys kind of do that quite often.
Bit of secret squirrel business. That does not surprise me at all.
That's why how competitive Wheel to Wheel is. You know, any edge you can get on your competitors. I mean, these guys are Division 1. They're playing for keeps. So, yeah, this is the best of the best for us.
And also with Wheel to Wheel Racing, we also have a Manufacturers Championship as well. So any edge you can help out your teammate, who usually, so the team, guys who are in the team are running the black GT banners on their cars, and the privateers run a white GT banner on their cars. So depending on which manufacturer you're looking at or what cars we go through, if they're running a black GT banner on there, they're in the team, and the guys in Div 1 like Footner, Ben, and Squid, who are all running the BMWs, all have these secret little lobbies where they help each other and get a little bit faster.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. I mean, we do all race together in lobbies throughout the week, and we are all happy to help each other out. But when it comes down to team tactics, there's certainly a lot of behind-the-scenes actions going on. So Squiddy has made a move, or he's got past Pure Axel. So Pure Axel went from first or second to dead last. So he will be not too happy, but in saying that, if he finishes last, he's going to be at pole in the next race, and I would say unstoppable.
That's what I would have said, unstoppable.
Yeah. Especially starting from the front as well. He's going to be a machine.
So Footner's just opened up almost a 2-second gap over Scooter 82 here. So with a lap and a half to go, I really can't see Footner losing this race. But as we've seen, it's very easy to bin it.
I've got to be careful because throughout this week, both Squid and I have been giving Footner a bit of lit about bidding it, and he did say that he will win one of these races this weekend, so I can't believe he did it in race 1.
Yeah, well, nothing spurs you on more than spite, so...
Have you seen Piper kind of making, having a look down the Scooter 82 there? But
yeah, he's
pulled out of it.
Piper just made up a ton of ground on Scooter 82. I don't know what happened, but Scooter had a good second and a half over him.
It's wheels, it's tyres, absolute tyres. Have a look at the tyres on Scooter compared to Piper. Piper's got so much more tyre.
He does indeed. Yeah, I'd expect to see Piper make a move under brakes, maybe at the end of the straight. And as certainly going to be able to carry some more pace through here.
Definitely. And as you can see, guys, you can see in race 2, if there's two people fighting, it gives the other people a massive lead. So Footner's pulled out a 2.7 lead. As Piper has a look on the inside of Scooter, Coming to the heavy braking zone here. Good racing, boys. Plenty of room left there. Nice racing, guys.
Yeah, we've got Piper all over the back of that McLaren at the moment. He's doing a fantastic job. Scooter, just with those tyres, couldn't hold that inside line, which has given Piper just that enough room to get the move done.
Yeah. The slipstream on the back straight will be interesting, heading down towards the bus stop.
But I just don't think he's got enough tyre to
now will Fine Moves be able to get onto the back of him? Fine Moves tyres are also better than what Scooter's are. As we come through the last part of the circuit here, and he's certainly closing in on him.
I think we'll see with this little battle here, because I think Fine Moves could, depending on how he gets out of that run right now, if he gets a good enough run, he'll be all on the back of Scooter. But
if he can get a good run out of here and get the slipstream, he may be able to get a move done on the brakes.
Yep, he's definitely got it. He's definitely locked into that slipstream.
But Footner, he's driven the perfect race for race 1 here, and is definitely going to take this race out.
Bin it, Footner, bin it.
As we see. Fine Moves.
Oh,
He's given it too much and taken out Scooter 82. So very unfortunate there for Scooter, as Fine Moves does the right thing and pulls over. But that's
just the replay, just straight into the back of him.
Dusted.
Oh, poor bugger.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Scooter. Fine Moves will be kicking himself over that.
Oh yeah, it's a very rare mistake to see what Fine Moves do something like that. He's going to be very apologetic.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't intentional. It was just one of those things. But really unfortunate for Scooter. He drove a good race and deserved to finish third.
Well, there. Congratulations to Footner winning the race. I'll put my shoe in my mouth now, Footner. That is a win for AMD. I'm really happy for Merck. I'm really happy for you. You didn't bid it, mate, so you proved me wrong for this week so far.
Always feels good. It's almost like a race win, isn't it, Rexy?
Yeah, of course it is. Almost as good.
Oh, easy.
So, well done to Footner, fellow commentator. Crack and drive. Piper did very well to take second place, and who ended up in third after all of that?
Ben ended up in third.
Wheel to Wheel Ben. So well done, Wheel to Wheel Ben.
Yeah.
So don't forget, if you enjoyed that race, hit the like button, and if you like tonight's racing, don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you're interested in participating in Wheel to Wheel racing, head to our Facebook page and look up Wheel to Wheel Racing League, and then there you can click the sign up button and go from there.
And we're just looking at the comments in the Twitch stream at the moment. I think Zuzu was a bit happy about that bump by Fine Moves, saying that it's going to help his campaign just a little bit. See, as we said, we're very competitive in this league, guys, and we've got one of another racer, Zuzu, in the chat there, just boasting on how good he is and how potentially his campaign will get a little bit of a boost from that mistake that Fine Moves did.
Yeah, so Zuzu is the Div 1 driver who raced in Div 2 tonight. So yeah, he's not disappointed that Fine Moves binned it, because that is going to help him in the overall points.
Oh, definitely.
I think Wheel to Wheel Ben couldn't believe his luck there.
Oh yeah, just
inheriting third.
Yeah. And also G-Man, just the golden mullet himself. There's everyone bumped up as well.
And I see Goats rejoined the room as well, which is terrific.
Yeah, good to see Goat back in there. So he'll probably start pole, but you'll see him drop to the back of the field for when race 2 starts. So where did G-Man finish?
He was
fifth,
I think. Let me just
so
race results.
I think he will be
fourth for G-Man.
Fourth.
Yep.
Well, there you go. He'll be stoked with that. The gold mullet will be stroking the mullet furiously over a fourth. He'll be very happy about that indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
And K-Boy's just congratulating Tombo on his 8th. Yeah, so that's a good drive from Tombo. Binned it at the start, so to come back and finish 8th, he's done really well there.
Now, guys, just quickly, sorry, Mountain Goat had an internet issue. He won't start at the back. Will he start at the front? And then they'll have to pull beside?
Yeah, so you would expect to see him, because it's a reverse grid, you'd expect to see him start at the front of the pack. And he should just pull aside. So you may see him take off just so that he doesn't cause an incident at the start. But then he will redress, or should redress, to start at the back.
But I think they've also going to do a manual grid. So yes, we're going to do that reverse grid, but because Great has to start from the back, they're going to setting the grid manually and taking it from there. So I don't think he has to redress from the start, which is a good thing to see.
Okay, so they'll just manually do it and away they go. Okay, excellent.
So yeah,
so that'll make life a lot easier, most definitely.
Exactly, and it just doesn't create any confusion at the start.
So I expect to see a very fast goat the next race. He'll be extremely disappointed. He was expecting to do well here tonight. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he can do. But I expect him to be top 5.
Top 5
in this 14-lap race.
Now, we're looking at all the lobbies. Do you think these fast guys can come through? Now, I know when we were racing together, guys, the fast guys did struggle coming through to the field because of the how close we are with lap times. Will the fast boys who did race 1 have the same problem with race 2?
A little bit, but, you know, cream always rises, and these boys have shown from week to week that they can work their way through the field. So yeah, I'd expect to see the likes of Footner, Pure Axel, Scooter, those boys fighting for probably first at the end of this race.
I think Scooter will be looking to make amends. You know, he had 3rd in the bag there, and I think he starts 8th. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes coming through the field.
Yeah, look, fuel's going to come into play in this 13-lap race. So I really expect like the Mercedes to be quite strong. We know that it's good with its fuel. So if you don't have to take as much fuel when you pit, then you may be able to leapfrog a few positions.
So there we go, guys.
I think fuel is definitely going to be a factor. Squiddy on pole, Pure Axel on second on the grid. So let's see how the boys go. Race 2, 13 laps, round Spa. And they're away. So it looks like Squiddy's got a good start here.
But again, that McLaren, just over Pure Axel, got an awesome start, taking a long way around and taking the lead from Squid.
Yeah, Pure Axel, he can start that car. He's just brilliant in the McLaren.
So, Pure Axel and Scooter 1 and 2. Scooter starting from 5th, and Pure Axel is starting from 2nd place. This is 1 and 2 in the race.
So, did Mountain Goat start from last?
Yep, Mountain Goat's right at the back.
So he's already up into 10th place. So G-Man's had a terrible start.
The golden mullet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so those golden locks aren't flowing as freely as he would like at the moment.
Oh, Footner.
Please tell me, did he bid it? Where is he?
Yeah, Footner just ran wide and onto the grass. I got a replay.
Let's have a look.
Oh, he's strong. Oh, Footner.
Oh, he's on the gas. So you're not supposed to get so excited when you see somebody bin it.
Just a quick replay there of Footner. Yeah, where's Footner?
But with Footner too, you know, he's not going to go through the fuel as fast as some of these other cars. So he may be able to make up the time in the pits.
No, I think we just missed it. Yeah, and then he just ran a bit wide coming into that.
Yeah, he did,
just
correct.
run wide
Just
there.
ran a little bit wide.
But yeah, as he gets back into the groove of things, I'm confident that this bit it for me. Just prove me right. Got to prove me right at least this race.
So we've got it's McLaren 1-2 at the moment with Pure Axle and Scooter 82 leading the way over Squiddy in third.
Interskulls, Tomo, and Early is 4, 5, 6.
Fire Moves in seventh with a charging MPR and the Supra in eighth with Mountain Goat in ninth.
And then we've got Footner, Ben, the Flowing Locks of G-Force, and Piper running out the field.
So let's do a lap with Mountain Goat. He's on a charge. Let's just go around with him and see how he gets it done and see if he can make up any positions.
You reckon he's going to make any positions? I don't think so.
I reckon he will.
Oh.
Footner's all over his bumper.
The thing, Footner's getting all over his bumper. That Merc is going to try hauling him on this front straight, but I don't think, with the new updates, I don't think the Merc has enough power.
Looks like Fine Moves is burning a penalty there.
Yeah, he ran a bit wide.
Yeah, it's so easy to get a penalty coming through on Rouge.
Or did he get a tap from Footner then?
I don't know, I think it was a little bit.
Oh, Zuzu's impressed with the McLarens in the chat.
But yeah, well, you are right. Goat has picked up one spot because of 5 moves in room. As we keep him following Goat around, he's got a whole lot of Mercedes behind him at the moment.
I don't think having Footner behind him will bother Mountain Goat too much. I think you'll see him focused to try to run down that Supra of MPR. But MPR's shown a lot of pace in the last couple of weeks and has shown a lot of pace around Spa this week. So Mountain Goat was a lot to do.
And there's a massive, and I can guarantee you, there's a massive train forming up behind Interskull as well. So Mountain Goat will definitely have his eyes set forward to catch on to the train as he runs a little bit wide there. And spins it.
And he spun it, so he's just overdriven the car through that corner there. So Goat's bad luck continues as he's just overdriven the car, created a mistake for himself, and that is his race done and dusted. Unlucky Mountain Goat. I had you pinned for a win tonight. So
ran wide. The
unlucky.
AstroTurf boys. The AstroTurf caught him out again. That Lexus does run a little bit of understeer, and you get on that gas too early, you run wide on the AstroTurf, as you know. There's nothing you can do.
That is unlucky. I'm sorry for you, Goat. Having that disconnect and then that mistake. Unlucky, mate.
It's best of 8 rounds, isn't it, guys, that count?
Yes, that's how Multiple Racing League works. It's the best of 8, so we need 12 rounds for each season. Best of 8, so this one probably won't count. Especially with Goat coming second, I believe, at Bathurst last week. One bad weekend won't hurt his campaign.
Yeah, I thought that was a really mature drive by Mountain Goat last week. He was probably unlucky not to beat Pure Axle. Good drive last week, Goat, but you've only got yourself to blame for this week.
Wise words.
But that's racing. As we see Pure Axle out in front, and Pure Axle and Scooter 82 are just starting to develop a bit of a lead over the rest of the pack here.
Yeah, I think the Jag with its skull just struggling to keep up with the current at this current moment at this race. And as you can see, we're just forming a little bit of a train behind him as well. We got Squid, Tombo, and Early, and NPR with Footner with a bit of rage going on coming through the field as well.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the Mustang here, old Tombo and the Mustang. He's having a great drive at the moment, and sitting in a bit of traffic is going to help the Mustang with a bit of fuel consumption.
Oh, he's on the AstroTurf and he's gone wide.
As I say that, I've put the mockers on him and he's run wide.
But
that Mustang's got enough power just to drive out of it.
Can we get a little bit of replay? I think there was a little bit of a touch.
Oh yeah, between Early and Tombo.
If we can jump on with Early as we go through that chicane, I reckon there was a little bit of a touch.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. Oh, a bit of touch early, possibly, which has made him run wide. But he's kept his boot into it, like you said, and he hasn't lost too many positions, so...
Now, I think Tombo's just showing the strength of the Mustang, which is a freaking fast car.
Yeah, look, you know, it'll win most drag races. You only run into problems when you've got to turn left or right and the thing. So, you know,
Well,
if we just do straight races for the rest of the season, Mustang's going to be up there. It's going to be strong.
Hey, wait a minute. It's American, right? So we can take left turns, just can't turn right.
That's it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, we need just left turns for the rest of the season.
As we can see, he's about to do a left and a right hand. Let's see how he goes. As he goes the deep under brake with Early. See the left and right hand turn, the left hand turn gets that time back. See the left hand turn's right.
I'm wondering if Tombo's going to give Early a bit of a tap on the way through, a bit of a thank you very much.
No, I don't think so. Tombo is a fairly clean racer. It was a racing incident. Early's clean himself. So, you know, he has the option to take it to the stewards if he likes.
Of course.
So we'll see how it plays out at the end of the race.
I think that's one great thing about wheel to wheel is also the stewarding process. You know, if you feel you've been unjustly, you know, dealt with on the track, you can always take it to the stewards and they can look at it.
Yeah,
and you know, an incident can be, you know, caused purely by lag in the game. So you might know that you've touched somebody as well. So that's why we have stewards, and it's a fair system.
Oh, as he runs wide again, Tombo out on the AstroTurf, he's pushing the limits.
Well, and just wanted to say there's a big bit about that. We have a bit of a change for 9th position. Piper has taken that position over 5 moves.
So just looking at the chat, Zuzu, he's feels for the goat. It's a bit unlucky.
What are you arguing about there, Vintage?
Oh, I'm looking at Tombo and MPR.
Yeah, and look who's right behind him as well. You got Footner as well. Oh, this is gonna be a good little battle coming up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, look, MPR's tyres are in a lot better condition than what Tombo's are. So I'd expect to see MPR pressure Tombo and maybe be able to make a move at the end of the straight here. And Footner, we know he's carrying pace, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see him get past Tombo the next couple of laps. Ooh, as we see the Mustang come through on Rouge.
I think MPR might get a penalty here, will he?
I don't know.
Yes,
we'll see.
half a second.
He's going to burn it this lap. So where he's going to burn it? Will he burn it down the front straight, or is he going to hold it? He's probably going to burn it right before the...
as we see Tombo go wide. I really don't know what happened there. Can we get a replay on that? Was he taking? Did he get knocked, or... Like, I just don't know.
Can we get a replay on that one?
Possibly. What's Tombo in 11th?
But as far as MPR's
just missed the beginning of it.
Penalty.
Yeah, he ran wide and was doing a big shortcut.
You can burn almost half a second through that last chicane before you come onto that little start-finish straight again. But Early's
Look at fine
all
moves
over
in
the back of
Piper as
Squiddy
well.
at the moment, so just nice little battle developing between 4th and 5th, and we've got the guy who I can't pronounce his name in 3rd. Inner skill, all over the back of Scooter 82 at the moment. So that Jag has been super strong around here, and I think he's going to get it done.
And I think Early just running wide into that AstroTurf has given an opportunity for fine moves and also picking up a penalty as well.
Yeah, again, the AstroTurf's claimed another victim, and he's also copped a penalty for it as well.
Yeah, they have to burn it before the end of the lap, so you'll see him either pull away.
Or he's gone to the pits.
Why not? Why not?
So has Squid. Squid and earlier pitted. I think it's a team BMW thing.
So you reckon they're going for an undercut here?
Yeah, I was about to ask the question. Do you think the undercut? Do you think track position or the undercut's gonna work? So I think track position, to be honest.
Look, if you can get out into clean air, you can put down a lap and a half with new tyres. It can make that difference, and you are going to lap significantly quicker than the guys that are on 6-7 lap tyres.
It's interesting. I don't think they have enough fuel to get to the end, to be honest. Just having a look at their fuel burn.
I did think of running a 3-stop originally, doing a 5-4-4, which I think is probably what they're doing, a 5-4-4.
Well, you have to look at it. I'm just looking at the both of their fuels, and I don't think with half a tank on Squid and what we got on earlier, I don't think they have enough to get home. Yeah,
I think that they may have to pit again. I don't know how fuel efficient the BMW is, but I virtually had to fill up.
And again, another breaking news. I think Goat had another internet disconnection. That's a couple of times tonight, where he's had internet problems and he's been disconnected.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for the Goat. There's nothing worse than having your race ruined via internet connections. But at least he wasn't leading. That would frustrate you even more. So Pure Axel has got a 4-second lead over the rest of the pack at the moment. As we see him coming in now, will he go into the pits here? No, he stays out for another lap. Scooter into the pits.
Oh, Piper
into Skill into the pits. Footner into the pits.
So
you'll see the majority of the field going to the pits here. And what did I miss there?
So can you just go replay on Piper and MP? I think MP just upset Piper and coming into the pits and coming into that bus stop there.
I'll see if I can get the replay in. Coming in now. Oh, yep, here it is. Oh, he did. Absolutely, he did. So MPR ran into Piper. And Piper shortcutted into the pit lane. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. He definitely has.
Yeah, sorry to cut in like that. So I just saw it and I had to just comment it really quickly.
No, it was a good spot.
And there we go. And the redress straight away are coming out of the pits. So MP moving over, letting Piper go through.
Yeah, again, good sportsmanship. They've sorted it out. There'll be no need to take that to the stewards. Well done to MPR.
That bus stop is tricky on the brakes with worn tyres. There's no doubt about it.
It is, and then that next section, getting onto that gas, it's so easy to spin through there. As we see the battle for second and third, we've got G-Man all over the back of Fine Moves at the moment. So the mullet is attacking that BMW hard.
So I think our current leader, just going through pit stops, is actually Squid. He's the very first person that's actually pitted from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, will Squiddy have enough fuel on board to get the job done though? I say no.
Yeah,
he's got well under half a tank here, so he's going to definitely have to pit again.
Well, I guess we have to then look at the lead he's going to have against Scooter 82 and Footner, who have come together again. So we've got 8 and 9.
But I'm just looking at second and third at the moment with G-Man and Fine Moves battling out. I expect both of them to come into the pits here at the end of this lap. Fine Moves, fuel's looking pretty good for him. He could probably do another lap, but it's probably not worth it. So I expect to see them both come in.
I wonder
as they do.
I wonder if the undercut's going to work. So we have to see where Pure Axel and G-Man come in, because when Pure Axel, not Pure Axel. Oh, who's the other McLaren?
So we've got Wheel to Wheel Ben and Squiddy, who both didn't take enough fuel. So they've inherited the lead as we see Pure Axel come out behind these guys.
And the undercut did not work, so Scooter and Putna are behind Pure Axel.
But Pure Axel has enough fuel to see the race out, so he will overtake Wheel to Wheel Ben and Squiddy, who are both going to need to pit. Two-stop strategy I haven't seen work through the week in a bit of practice, so it's going to be interesting to see where they come out.
The other person that's very interesting is Early.
Did he take enough gas?
I don't know. That's a question I have to ask.
Yeah, no, I don't think he has. He's got under half a tank. Yeah, we'll see. But I think we'll see him back in the pits.
If he can stick onto that slip, maybe. He's definitely coasting, but he's revving out his car.
So into skill in 6. As the pack reshuffle, you'll see him probably pop back up to about 3rd. Scooter 82 is in 5th at the moment, but again has enough fuel to finish the race.
Yeah, so the people who we know that have enough fuel to finish off the race is Pure Axel, Interskill, Scooter, Footner, Fire Moves, Piper, MP, and the G-Man.
So I reckon Ben's got to stop again?
Running BMW, yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
He's got one more lap. You'll see him go into the pits this lap.
Yeah, I think all the 3 BMWs have to.
Squiddy's got no more than a lap's worth of fuel left as well. So I think you'll see them all go in this lap. And to really have any chance, they need to pit now so that they can try to chase the field down. But they stayed out. Squiddy stayed out.
So Ben's gone in?
Early stayed out. Ben's gone in. Ben had no choice.
Be interesting. We're seeing if Pure Axel can make a move on Squid up in front here.
Yeah, look, he could, but there's absolutely no need. I mean, he obviously doesn't know what strategy Squiddy's on, but he could comfortably just sit behind him and wait for him to pit.
The thing is, does he know he needs to pit? Will he be aggressive or will he sit back behind? That's the main thing.
Well, he's going to make a move here on the brakes.
I'm going around
Didn't
the
even do it on the brakes, just drove around the outside of him.
Easy.
So that McLaren's got so much straight line speed.
Definitely. And just having a look at the comments, it seems like Panmans is not too happy about some of the steward decisions that went against him.
Well, you know, the stewards...
You have a right to appeal.
You do.
Yeah, they do. And Panman, you know, you're a part of the league. If you have such vocal opinions about it, you can become a steward as well.
That's exactly right. Everyone's entitled to, you know, take a role in wheel to wheel.
Yeah, and it's encouraged. You know, no one's getting paid to do any of this. They were just doing it for the love of it. So, yeah.
And you know, big shout out to Footner and Wheel to Wheel Ben as well for being the real anchors of bringing this league together.
Yeah, Footner, Wheel to Wheel Ben, Fire Moves, they're really the ones that are driving Wheel to Wheel, or the driving force behind Wheel to Wheel. And they do an exceptional job week in, week out, just running everything.
These BMWs are helping each other along a little bit. A bit of bump drafting.
Yeah, I think.
Why not? Whatever works.
It's all about that. It's all about the manufacturers championship.
I'd be amazed
So
if Squidgy's going. Oh no!
As we see Squiddy go in,
Early's kept going.
Early stayed out, but Early's going to have to come in next lap.
So we're on for a McLaren 1-2. It would look like.
Yeah, look, I would say that it
Yeah,
will
with
definitely be a McLaren 1-2, unless they bin it, which I really can't see them doing. They've been super consistent all year. The McLarens, yeah.
I might say if Footner can get in front of Interskill, there's enough clean air that I think he might be able to put gap to reach the gap between Interskill and Scooter.
Yeah, I think we should stay for the battle of force at the moment. It seems to be where everything's at.
Here goes Footner now.
Footner's got the inside here, got him under brakes. Interskill doesn't fight too hard to just sort of lets Footner through there. But if these two can battle, then this will bring Fine Moves into it as well. And Fine Moves pitted a lap after these guys, so his tyres are fractionally better.
As he just runs a little bit, as Fine Moves runs a little bit wide there.
So, but the more these two battle, it gives the likes of Piper and MPR to catch up and really dice for fourth. So we might end up seeing like a 4 or 5 way battle for fourth.
I think
which would be a nice way to finish the race.
I think Interskill's just going a little bit defensive because as Footner is just pulling away slowly, I think Interskill's starting to go a little bit defensive, just trying to hold off Fine Moves there.
Yeah, which has given Piper wheel-to-wheel Piper
I was about
the
to say
opportunity
that.
to get up, and he's also got a purple sector there, Piper. So he's on track for a fast one.
And the other person to watch out is MP as well. He's also quick.
He is quick, but he's just dropped off the back of this pack at the moment, so he's got a little bit of work to do to catch back up. So as we see Fine Moves make a move on Interskill here, gets it done cleanly, and
Piper have a look as well.
Piper was going to go the over-under there, but he's backed out of it.
And also just an update, Early had to just pit it as well.
Oh, excellent. So as we see them settle down the last couple of laps, we've got Pure Axel in first, Scooter 82 second, Footner in third, and a nice battle developing between 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th.
So it definitely looks like the two-stop strategy did not work. You have a look at the 3 BMWs, Early, Squid and Ben are running out the field.
Oh, unlucky as Fine Moves picks up a 1 second penalty there. So he's going to hand the lead back to the position back to Interskill. And also Piper looks like he's picked up half a second as well. But he gets the move done. So Fine Moves the unlucky one there who loses 2 positions out of that.
I think it's an interesting choice penalty on that first straight. You'd almost be inclined to hang on to it full lap and try and get rid of it bit by bit.
Yeah, well, that final chicane, you can burn half a second through there.
Yeah.
So
I'm off the guy burning it down the front straight actually, because you can use the toe and you can get the car you get your people in front of you to drag it around this. And then you don't have to worry about, and then you can just worry about just doing a move going into the final bus stop.
Yeah, that's a good point. And if you leave your second to the very end, your penalty to the very end to burn it off, you virtually got to stand still to do it. So.
And the biggest winner with those guys picking up those penalties is actually MP.
Well, Piper's still got 0.4 of a second to burn.
The pressure's right off Footner at the moment, so he's opened up almost a second over Interskill. As we see, Piper's still got 0.4 of a second to burn here. He should be able to do it through the chicane here.
Yep, he's done it.
Yeah. And done it easily.
That's where you
we've
said
seen
Rexy.
G-Man come from nowhere as well, so G-Man maybe close enough just to get onto the back of MPR's. No, just off the slipstream at the moment, so.
Will we see the golden mullet jump on his golden surfboard and sail to the back of Fine Moves there?
Look, he's just on the back of Fine Moves slipstream, so the FT1 is quite fast down this straight. So he might be able to close the gap, and he has. And is closing the gap.
Fine moves. Just go for a replay there.
Innerskill's, I don't know if Footner made a mistake, but Innerskill's all over the back of Footner at the moment.
Fine moves just drove off the track. He literally just drove off the track. He must have been not paying attention. Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
that's unusual for
definitely.
fine moves.
There's a little bit of lack of concentration, I reckon. But we just got to the battle for third. Interskill is all over, and Footner just running a little bit wide there.
So this race is far from over, with a lap and a half to go.
And Footner just picking up that penalty as well.
Yeah, just having a quick look at the replay. See him running wide. Yeah, well out past the limits.
Yeah, there we go.
So half a second penalty. It shouldn't affect Footner too much if he burns it down at the chicane at the end there.
I think that's his only option. He has to burn it in the braking zone into that chicane, which will open the door for both Piper and Interskill.
Yeah, and look, a penalty on the last lap is going to kill the battle. So these boys can't really afford to get another penalty. As we see Piper all over the back of Interskill at the moment. So just see if Footner can burn this penalty here.
He was actually making really good time catching up the scooter as well.
There he goes, burn the penalty.
Yeah,
and Piper.
He's burned it quite easily.
Piper going
As
a long
Piper-
way around.
Oh,
Piper gets it done. So that's nice driving there by Piper. So
Taking
Piper
the-
moves up into fourth.
Can we get a replay of that? That is a
Yep.
nice move from Piper. As it Footner going defensive, yeah, and just driving the long way around.
Yeah, look, Footner's tyres are probably in a worse condition than what Piper's are.
As we stick with them at the moment, this battle for third is just coming alive as we speak.
And Enerskill, he's flashing fuel, so he may have to fuel save this last bit. He may have enough to get round.
Will Piper go the outside of Footner?
Oh, he's got it
makes
done. That's a beautiful drive there.
There you go. Piper lighting it up for the last lap.
MPR's on it as well. He's on a mission.
This battle is on for young and old.
MPR's tyres are in fairly good condition too, so you might see him get past Enerskill here.
Now I think Piper's got he's just proven the tyre life of his car is a lot better than the rest of them, and especially that move for coming into that bus stop on that last lap is probably proven to me that he can hold on to third.
Yeah, I think MPR's going to be the one to watch from here on out. I reckon he might be able to get a move done on Enerskill. Footner's just dropped back a fraction from wheel-to-wheel Piper, so I can't see him getting past him unless Piper makes a mistake. But I've just flicked to Pure Axle. He's got a 11 second lead over the rest of the pack. So Pure Axle has just blitzed them. So it's another cracking drive there from Pure Axle. Scooter 82 looks like he's going to take out seconds, but we're going to stay with third, fourth, and fifth.
There we go. Pure Axle just crossing the line.
And a few of them have run wide there. Did they incur any penalties?
Well,
No. Footner just gives Piper just a bit of a touch.
Bit of a love
But
tap.
he's not going to... Oh, man, he's got on the gas.
It's a race of drag. It's
a drag race. So that was a nice close finish for the rest of the boys.
Can we get a replay of that last?
Yep, coming in now with Footner. So coming down. On with Footner.
So they ran a bit wide, coming into the braking zone.
Footner's given Piper a tap.
Yeah, just locked up a little bit as well. You can see the bit of a pop.
Skills, yep. Yep.
He's got a good run. Oh, give him a bit of tap. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look, Piper probably came in there a little bit cautious. But
oh, okay, thank you, Payman. And thank you, Payman. Yes, it's into Skull. I thought so.
Yeah.
So here's the
Look,
results
just
again, guys.
spell it that way so that I can read it correctly.
So the results coming through again, guys. So we have Pure Axel a dominant win by 11 seconds over the rest of the field. We've got Scooter and Piper running out the top 3.
Yeah, look, well done to Pure Axel, well done Scooter. McLaren 1-2. Piper, fantastic drive for 3rd. That's it, boys. Another great round.
I think I'm going to cop it from Footner this week. He did a bit at this weekend, so here we go. I'll have to prepare myself for this week.
Look, Footner had a good drive. He's earned some points for Mercedes, so I think he'll be fairly happy with his races tonight. But don't forget to hit that like button, and if you like tonight's racing, subscribe as well. And again, if you're interested in participating in Wheel to Wheel Racing, head to our Facebook page and look up Wheel to Wheel Racing League, and then click the sign up button. So that's it, boys.
Thank you very much,
Another
guys.
night of racing done.
Another
It was
exciting
amazing.
weekend. Yes.
GR4 next week.
Yep, Group 4's next week, so I'm imagining that I'll be at the back of the pack because my car is not too.
I'll be there with you.
And I think this is the first time we've actually had 5 lobbies for the first time in Wheel to Wheel Racing as well.
Yeah.
Look, Wheel to Wheel's growing, and it's growing at a significant rate. So hopefully we've got another 5 lobbies next week.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Okay, lads. Well, that's it from me.
Sounds good. Look forward to it.